Hi. Yeah, I just wanted to make a little video to explain the journey that I've been through over the last few days, actually. This is the first day when I've felt okay since contracting COVID. Probably one of the last people on the planet to get it. All my friends, all my work colleagues, pretty much everyone except my family who I know have had it. I've been pretty fortunate that I've been able to sort of stay away from it for this long. But yeah, God, it gets you, doesn't it? I've heard stories from people to say it makes you feel rough, but it's not just the way it makes you feel. It's the way it makes you think about your body and how fragile and how something so small like a virus can really affect you in quite a big way, both physically and also mentally. So I thought I'd come out for a walk today. I'm feeling strong enough to get some fresh air. They say fresh air is good for you, nature's good for you. Certainly feeling a little bit better for it. I think the other thing this week that happened to me that was it was actually very had a huge effect on me was the Queen's funeral, the Queen passing away. It happened a few days ago, and I think it was quite a shock to everybody, quite a surprise to everybody because it happened quite quick on that day. But watching it on TV and just seeing the amount of support and the pride across the world for one person is really, really humbling, and I've just been reflecting on both those things because they're both I think they both really affected everybody, actually, or everyone that I've spoken to, or everyone that I know, certainly in the Western world. And I think I've been reflecting on why that is, and there's a few reasons for it. I mean, with COVID, the process that it goes through, depending on how you had it, thank goodness I'm over it, and I feel really sorry for those people that that weren't as lucky as me. And my heart is out to all of them and all of their families, because that must have been a terrible thing to go through. So yeah, it makes you really happy and fortunate that you can get through it and that life goes on. I think B, it also reminds you how incredible life is, how fragile it is, but also how incredible life is, and how you really have to nurture every day and just maybe slow down a little bit and not be so fast, not be so speedy in everything that you do. And I think the Queen passing away, for me, that's reminded me of my loved ones that I've lost, including my dad, including my son-in-law and my father-in-law, my wife's best friend. It's made me, it's almost brought that grief back for me, not in a bad way, but in a good way, because it's reminded me that it's there, and it's reminded me that actually it's okay to grieve and to be upset. That's all part of being human and part of life. Life is good, life is bad. It's like a wave, an undulating wave. You get the troughs, you get the peaks. That's what life is. You could say that's cruel. You could say that's unfair. There's no point saying that because you have to deal with it. And I think the other thing is it reminds you of your own mortality. Both COVID and someone as important as, not just as important as the Queen, but seeing the impact that she had to so many people, reminds you, not realises, because we all realise it, but it reminds you that we're not going to live forever. Human beings have a finite time on this planet, and then it's over. And especially when you're young, you just go through that thinking, I'm immortal. This is this is great. Life's great. I'm just gonna carry on. I'm not gonna get old. I'm not gonna get any aches and pains. I'm not gonna get ill. Everything's gonna be fine. But hey, do you know what? That's bullshit. That's just not true. You are gonna die. Hopefully, you know, you're gonna live till a lovely old age like the Queen did. But maybe you won't. And I think what this week has really reminded me is the big lesson for me this week has been just how important my family, my loved ones are, how important the people that I work with are, how important this world is, this this planet that we live on is you know, just a small speck in an infinite space, and yet we're so lucky that we're here living in this reality. And we have to take every day, we have to cherish every day. Every day is so important. Every connection, every interaction that we have with everyone around us at every moment is so important. Sorry, I'm just watching a really beautiful bird just fly off into the distance, and then a butterfly fly the other way, which is quite well timed. But yeah, I'm not here to give any amazing, you know, inspirational ideas like you see on the internet all over the place. I just wanted to share some thoughts that I've just been reminded this week how incredibly lucky I am, and incredibly lucky we all are to be living today in this time in 2022. You know, I know we've been through COVID, and I know, you know, there's lots of things that we can be frightened about and worried about and quite frankly pissed off about. The energy crisis, Ukraine war, global warming, burning fossil fuels, you know, hunger in Africa. There's just, I'm not going to go through them. There are just lists and lists and lists of things that you could concentrate on and focus on that are challenging, that are bad, that are sad even. But there's also a huge amounts of things that we should be just genuinely thankful for. And one of those is just to be alive today. Just to be alive in a world that's, you know, looking at that Queen's funeral, it's just full of love. It's full of mutual respect for each other. It's full of hope. And that's what keeps us going as human beings. And that's what's really important. It's not really important to make £1 million. It's not really important to become a billionaire, to have that more expensive car, that 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom house. It's just, those things are just, the world's changed. I was going to say the world is changing. Actually, the world has already changed. People now realise, actually, the things that are important are the things that are going to keep us on this planet, are the things that are going to allow us to thrive. And you've probably sensed that huge shift, that huge change that we're going through, that we're living through. And I think that in itself is really a really exciting thing to see, because yeah, we've got loads and loads of challenges, but if we come together and we realise that when we die, this place has got to continue to exist for the people that we leave behind, and the people that they leave behind, and the people that they leave behind, and forever and ever and ever, for generation and generation and generation. If we start thinking like that, if we start thinking longer term rather than short term, we stop thinking about short term profit. How much are we going to sell? How much can we consume? How do we become better? How do we just grow? Because that's what it's become over the last 140, 150 years. And it's only that long. It's only since the Industrial Revolution and since the Victorians sort of pummeled into us that growth, capitalism and all of that was not just so important, but the most important thing that there is. That's not true anymore. sure, you can still be successful, but I've realised that you can be successful in so many different ways. And I said, again, that's really exciting. It's a really exciting time. It's a really exciting place to be in at the moment. But we all have to focus on that. We all have to focus on the fact that we're all so fortunate and so incredibly lucky to be here in this amazing place. Because we're innovative, we're full of ideas, we're clever, we're adaptive. That's why there's billions of us, because we're the best species, the most intelligent species that has ever walked this place. And we've got to capitalise on that, not capitalise on capitalism, but capitalise on what's really inside our hearts, because then we'll thrive. And then we continue to be that species, the envy of the universe. So yeah, just a few thoughts. It's been a revelatory, sorry, that's COVID. I noticed it gives you a bit of brain fog. Stops you saying some of the things that you might want to say, but that will pass, no doubt. Just as all bad things do pass. Yeah, just some reflections this week. It's been really life-changing for me this week in lots of really positive ways, and I just wanted to share that. So stay strong, stay connected, stay together, because we're strong, and I really believe we'll prevail as long as we all stick together, stand together, and come together for the glory of humanity. Thanks.